There we go. Okay, maybe at some point I'll realize when the timer starts counting down, like it's actually time for me to like work. I mean, not work, but like come up here. So first things first, I welcome in y'all. It is Wednesday. It is the middle of the week. Woohoo! Thanks, Dustin, for all of those wonderful emotes. Oh, and now it's so tiny. I don't understand how or why things change, but they do. Can we just extend it? There we go. That is like the perfect place for comments. There we go. Or for chat or whatever we want to call them today. First things first though, I do want to say on Friday, or let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Share my screen. No, that's not what I want. I lied. Don't do that. Go back. Ah, that's great. I love when I try to do new things and I have no idea what I'm doing. Can I just drag this as an overlay onto here? Oh, I can. So on Friday, I am going to be talking about the first 3 chapters of Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. It is a really good book. It kind of explains like why I'm doing, how I'm doing, all that kind of stuff. So if you're kind of new to me, that's actually a really good place for me to like, you know, go and figure it out. I posted a link to it in my Discord. So please go check it out. Join the Discord and you'll get a link. Friday morning at my normal stream time. We're going to talk about the first 3 chapters. It's going to be live. And then I'm hoping to make that a bi-weekly thing. So every 2 weeks we talk, I bring to the table like discussion on a certain book, a couple of chapters. I like to show your workbook. We're doing chapters 1 through 3 on Friday, and then every other Friday until we're done with the book, basically. And then I'll pick a new one to go through. I thought Show Your Work was a really good one to start out with. Number 1, I want to actually finish it because I haven't. I've gotten to chapter like 5. Hence why we're doing 1 through 3 and not just the whole book. But we're gonna do chapters 1 through 3. They're really short, they're really easy to read. I read the first 3 in like 2 days, which was also another reason why I chose to only do like chapter 1 through 3. That way, if anyone wanted to also join me and join in on that discussion there, then please do. Again, it's on my YouTube. I'll put a link in the chat right now. Maybe if I can find out how to do that from YouTube. Where is my live link? Anyway, okay, well, I know it's in my Discord. So let me just copy from my Discord, and put it in here. So please make sure, go check it out if you're interested in that and you're interested to see how this book is actually going to, and how this book is kind of helping me in my like development process. So that's Friday at 6:45 a.m. But now what we're actually here for is to work on iHog. So we might as well do that. Let me get Xcode open. Cool. Let me get Xcode open, which closed. I guess I accidentally hit Command Q. And here we go. Just fair warning, I'm not doing anything fancy today. Like for the first couple times, I gotta rethink my camera situation now and really think about what I actually need on my Mac Mini. Like, what do I need to run? Like, do I actually really need to run all the things I was running, or could my MacBook Pro that has QLab, the Atom software, all that kind of stuff just kind of sit off to the side over there? So there's no fancy quick camera switching and stuff like that, which is fun. All right, so we're gonna create we are opening a project. That's what we're doing because I already cloned it down yesterday. And then underneath, iHog and iHog again. The Xcode project. Woo! Build operations failed. Oh, it has to do all the stuff. I need to actually open up Safari while that's happening. And what we're gonna do here is game controller, iOS development, Swift 5. Because I've never done this. I've had people request how to do game controller stuff or to do game controller stuff. I've just never done it before. Dobby, stop looking, please. Hold on. I have to do this real quick. Me. I think you can see it. Do you see that little orange blob there in the background? I can't focus on it. Because everything else is in the way. Is it starting and stopping again, Dustin? For anyone else that would be, I don't know if there's anyone else watching. Hold on, let me open it up real quick. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna check real quick on my computer. Wow, I can't type today. Safari. I should have really good bitrate. It says everything's excellent here. But it looks like maybe I will be. Maybe it's doing it. No, it looks good. Hey, if y'all are having issues with starting, please let me know in the chat. I'm trying to figure out if it's an issue. Where the issue is. Twitch.tv/Megan Wilson, right? All right, now I'm actually gonna get mute. All right, it's sitting through an ad right now. Okay, so it looks like it's running pretty smoothly over here, Dustin. So I don't know, and it looks like it's pretty smooth on my. It looks pretty smooth on here. But I'm gonna go ahead and tuck that away now. Please don't, Thorgy. Don't do that. There is no reason to do that. All right. Game controller support. And if anyone else has issues, weird. If anyone else has issues, let me know, please. I'd be more than happy to figure out what's going on. There should always be, if you don't have audio, there should always be audio. I have like a background track basically going in the back. But yeah, so we're gonna do, I mean, it looks smooth all on my end. It says, dashboard here. It looks like I have actually pretty good bitrate. Excellent. Hey, Ravonic, welcome in. It's been a while. Hopefully you're doing fine. You're doing good. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. I don't know, Dustin. All right. Game controller support. Overview. This is the sample code project associated with that. Okay, well, I'll keep that. Save file. So that's gonna open or download and then hopefully open. Let's see what's in here. README. This is a sample code project. Swift. Open. Yeah, let's open it. Let's go through some sample code. Again, if anyone's having any issues audio video wise, please let me know. I'm not using beta this time. This is actually just like regular software for it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is actually for a game. I actually don't care about doing it for a game. Oh man. What I really care about is doing it for... I'm not going to use it for a game. So I'm going to use it for controlling encoder wheels on the lighting console, go like up and down and stuff like that. Well, let's see. So we have character. Okay, so this is the game controller class. And I also like don't care about that. Just like how did they game controller, pad current, left, right, setup. So they do a notification center observable in the head. Oh, can the mini map go away? View. That window. Editor. There we go. Okay, I do not like things like that are just like I have to go try it out myself. I just need a step by step. Like I really wish instead of just being like, here's a sample project, have fun. Oh, for a more implementing guide at the archive. Awesome. I really wish there was more of a... I wish there was more of like a step-by-step in their guide, not just here's sample projects. Okay, let's see what happens. Right. Oh, good. I'm glad she made it. The wife is at work. Okay. No, still looks pretty good. I just checked over there to see if like what it looks like for someone watching. Okay, so we support that. Oops. Is there like hacking with Swift? Game controller. Oh, that doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to see if he has written anything over it. But it looks like not. That's fine. Okay, we'll have to figure it out. I hate having to figure it out, but we will. And then maybe I'll write the guide that I'm looking for. Okay, so that actually sets up an observer for it. Control, overlay. See, I'm doing something so different than just a game. So like, if you guys aren't familiar with iHog, I should probably get it built first. Oh, and actually, before I do that, sign in. Update iHog 4. Let's do, oh, I need to get these branches pulled in together. New pull request. 2021-2. And we're going to, actually, I didn't do this and I should have done this completely. Let's go into Notion. Sorry, y'all. And there's some like housekeeping stuff I need to do with this. And I never know what state my Notion doc is gonna load in. And I actually use Notion for some work notes as well, just because they're easy to share if I need to. iHog. There we go. Now we can go back. 2021-2.2. There we go. Boom. Create pull request. And we will merge that. Confirm merge. Great. That has been merged in. Now we can merge pull request. We can set up a new release. Be 2021.2 v 2021.2. Apparently implements the OC log. Great. Oh no, get back. What happened here? 2021.2. What was the final build on that though? I thought I installed, did I not install it yesterday? Oh, I did fork. That's right. And then let's open iHog. Pull down, pull. There we go. And what is the master now, the build number now? 58. -2 -58. 2021.2 58. Publish release. There we go. No, we're not gonna releases. There we go. And there's all those releases for 2021.2. Cool. I should probably add in the store, app store where you can find it, but that's okay. All right. So now we can, what I like to do is actually branch off here. I'm using Git fork as my Git client. So what we're going to do is hit new branch. And we'll call it 2021-3. Create and check out. Cool. Which means there's a lot more things that have to go, but that's okay. Version 2021-3. Hey, Monsieur, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a good day. All right. So for you guys that are not, it's not connected to a network. I love it. I think I actually need to do this once I turn it on. It's supposed to ask, so we'll see what happens there. So for you guys not familiar with iHog, basically I want game controller buttons that can control these encoder wheels here. It just gives it, I think it'll make it better. I've been requested to have game controller support before. Good, I'm glad. Yay. Yeah, I had game controller support before. I mean, I've been asked for game controller support. I've never had it before. I think it would be something good that I know people want in it since I've been asked. I just got to figure out how exactly to do it. Like, how do we know one's detected, one's connected, and all that kind of jazz. So a lot of today is probably going to be research on how that works. Feel free if you have any good guides to drop them in the chat. Monsieur, question for you. Are you able to get everything like smooth, like see me smooth, hear me smooth, or is there a lot of like stop and jitter jatter and or stopping and going? That would be the question. The question of today, of the time right now. Okay, so this is just the controller overlay. Everything sounds good. Awesome. Great. I'm just making sure there are a couple. I'm just making sure that the people who are saying there are issues. Awesome. Thanks, Ravonic. I'm just making sure, like, so, Dustin was having issues earlier, so I was just making sure that everything really actually does sound good, and it's just not like the internet over here. Cool. I also recently switched over to the M1 Mac Mini, which is great. There's literally no fans on right now, and I am at I am at 11 gigabytes used, which is great. It's really not that high at all right now. Even Ecamm's not that terribly high. And I could probably close some other apps that I have running, like Discord and stuff, but yay. Awesome. Okay, so game controller. So you basically just check if there's a game controller here, I think. I guess it would make sense if I actually ran the app. But you know what would also make sense? Just a guide on how it works. App delegate, then we go into here. What are the options for this? We have, you can use this property to tailor the behavior. For example, iPhone and iPad devices have different, so you might want to create different views and controls based on the, nuh-uh, that was not a thing. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize this was a thing here for UI device. I don't think y'all realize how many times, I mean, you probably do if you've been watching, but how many times I was like, I wish there was a way to distinguish between iPad and iPhone, but there isn't. I didn't know this existed. But that is good to know. User interface idiom. Okay. No idea that existed, but that's cool that it does. Jump to definition there. So this is the inside game controller itself, the init. Okay, I'm not really understanding what exactly is happening. So let's go into here, game controller. I should probably actually read through everything, but why would I do that when I can try to put like 8 things together. A representation of a physical game controller connected to the device physically. Okay, so I think I probably need to be able to discover. I should include a user interface in my game to allow your player to determine when controllers are discovered. When the user chooses to search for controllers, call this method. Okay. So I probably need a new setting here. We're gonna go ahead and close out of this one for sure. And we're gonna... It is almost M1 optimized. The 3.8, the beta version, is M1 optimized, Monsieur. So this literally changes every single time. And I don't understand why, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to me, but like at the same time, I'm like, does it though? Anyway. So the M1 Ecamm Live 3.8 is optimized, and that's currently in beta, and the final release version is in beta, so we're just waiting any moment now for it to not be in beta and then it be released. But the 3.7.9 is in Rosetta, is still Intel. So right now I'm running this through Rosetta. I guess I have to. Whereas like yesterday I did my stream and it was on the beta profile, and that was M1 optimized, because I tried to, whenever I set everything up, I tried to download everything that was M1 optimized and not just try to get the universal build and stuff like that. Like I know that the app in theory should choose which one if it has like an M1 optimization one, but I let it be. I did it myself. So yes, but the one I'm using right now is not. In short answer for your question. Okay, so we need a new setting view. Our settings. Let's just go into settings views here. Does it actually melt with OBS? I haven't tried it. I'm trying to get away. Now, and then Ecamm also costs money, so be aware of that. I'm sure you know, I'm sure you've looked into it. I really like Ecamm, and I think, and I've started using it more for my YouTube videos also, like to record the screens and stuff like that. But be aware, Ecamm is gonna be a yearly subscription. But I've found the value it brings, like being able to bring up comments and stuff like that, is a little bit worth it. That's not too bad to know that's the only time your fans are turning on those, when OBS is streaming. I've yet to push it to get the fans to turn on. And I have no fans right now. Xcode is running. Let's try, I can try running a simulator again. Let's do the 12.9. Yeah, there's still nothing going on it. I have the 16 gigabyte M1 chip here. And it's with the Mac Mini. I hear nothing right now. I know my MacBook Pro was very, very struggle busing whenever I would do this. So it's pretty exciting. I've enjoyed I've enjoyed it so far. This is granted my only second full day with it. And I wish I could somehow, oh, nice. Yeah, I'm sure you'd be, I'm sure like Ecamm would actually do you well then. It's just, again, be aware that it's not, that it's not free like OBS. Yeah, I read that OBS was actually a bit of a nightmare with it. Just that it's not really optimized at all. I mean, even on the Mac side, it wasn't completely optimized. Okay, so I think underneath device settings, it probably makes sense in here underneath programmer to have your game controller settings. So we can actually just go into device here. And I'm about to break these out just because the file itself is getting too long for me. If OSC is on. So if it's on, that's when we're Let's actually print this real quick. Do I ever toggle it off? Oops, here. True, false, true. Oh, I do, duh. So it's true here. So whenever it's toggled on, we do that. Okay. Yes, I do toggle it off because right inside the boolean here, that's when we actually set it to the new value and we get it OSC off. Great. Card change. Awesome. Okay, let's see. So I need a new section right here. Let's go ahead and actually break these out a bit. That way they're each in their own. Yeah, that way they're each in their own file. That way it's a little bit easier inside here. I'm gonna go ahead and also open. Is it Atlassian.com? Let's just do Jira. I can get in here. My account. Log in. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, there was an error. I'm sure there was an error. It's fine. Sorry, I didn't want y'all to have to see all the things that were happening in my email. Also, I need to make sure that I'm going to the right place. Yes. Display. There we go. iHog. Oh, and I have to also, I had looked into that. Let's do, break out device settings into their own files. And just so that we know, 2021.3. All right. Headphones are done for the time being. I can't wear them. They're hurting my ears. All right, great. So now let's do, so let's go ahead and do that first. So we're gonna new file, new SwiftUI file. And the first section is OSC settings. So I guess I'm not really, that's kind of a lie on my thing there about bringing in game controller support. This is part of it in my mind, at least, of getting the OSC done, because it needs to actually look, it needs to work correctly. So, I mean, it needs to look good. So, and be able to be read correctly. All right, so these app storages can go away. You can come with me here. Then we can grab this part here. And we need the this one. Right here. So outside the body. Oh, I don't have code folding on. There we go. And comma. As I said, I go for, if I haven't said this before here, I start with a brand new like install of macOS. Anytime I get a new Apple device, I actually don't ever start from a backup. Everything's stored in the cloud. So I just get the files from there, like iMessage, all that kind of stuff stored in the cloud. So I don't actually ever start from a straight backup. I always start fresh. So since I'm on a new computer, there's a bunch of settings that I have to go and change. I guess that would be a bonus of not starting fresh every time. Okay. So that should work there. So let's get OSC settings. Yeah, I mean, to me, it just makes sense to do that because like I'm glad I'm not alone, first off, Monsieur. Thank you for confirming that I'm not crazy for doing that. Why can't it find toggle OSC and scope? It should be able to. Build failed. Did I not put it? Oh, because on up here okay. I shouldn't have to toggle the OSC on up here. It should, we'll have to figure something out there. I think that should just be named better. But I'm glad I'm not crazy, so thank you for that, because sometimes I feel a little crazy for starting from scratch, especially when you hear all the people that are like, oh no, always have a backup ready, always do this, always do that. I'm like, yes, my information is backed up, but I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna start from a backup just because like it gets rid of all the cruft and all that kind of jazz that like I just don't have to deal with. Okay, and now we need programmer settings, new file, SwiftUI again. Is that right? I think so. Yeah, cut. I'll put programming settings here. Programmer settings. I don't even know if that makes sense to put in device, but I think it does for the most part. Yeah, so the people at the Apple Store also told you to start from scratch. I just feel like it makes sense if you need to, I just feel like it makes sense. Like it gets, like I said, you don't deal with a bunch of crap. Maybe that's also from my so outside of like streaming and app development, I work as a product support tech, and we manufacture like very specific computers for lighting and stuff like that. And like, to me, it makes sense to completely wipe the desk. And the reason why you wipe those desks is if there's a bunch of like log files and stuff that just build up over time. Maybe sometimes you get a corrupt file or something and something just isn't acting right. Well, then you can just do a what we call a full install, where it's going to reformat that hard drive back to scratch and get rid of all that cruft. Yes, you back up your important files and then you bring them back in when you need to, but at least then you're starting from a blank slate. And maybe that's just where my thought process on this comes in, but you know, I don't know. I am thoroughly an advocate of, I'm going to start fresh every time. I will sign in to what I need. Also, it gives me a point in time. It gives me a space to where I can decide whether or not I actually want to, want a certain app to come forward at that point. So like maybe I realize, oh, I don't need the 8 million apps I have downloaded on my MacBook Pro. Well, great. I don't have to download them. They will exist later. But anyway, that's my spiel of how and why I don't deal with, of how and why I don't restore from backups. I just don't see the point in restoring from backups completely. Okay, and those are there now. Let's go ahead and run it and see what happens. Stop it. Excuse me. Oh, I thought I checked out to that master. Yep. No, I already am on 2021-3. Hold on. Everything is upset. I know, I have a build error. It's fine. I don't need a build error. Alright, so I am on 2021-3. Great. Everything looks the exact same as it did, which is exactly what we needed. Let's go to local changes here. And what number is this? 76. iHog -76. Close issue. I should make sure that it all is going to toggle correctly. And if I leave show settings, I come back, it's stored. Same for this. Yep. If we quit the app, let's make sure that actually works. Quitting the app. Coming back in. Okay, everything is restored like it should be, which is great. Persistence. Close issue. Broke it down into files. And push. All right, great. Everything has been pushed. Oh, I'm gonna keep getting bitrise errors because I didn't go and update my bitrise. Okay. Which is fine. Like, I don't need to update my bitrise right now. But we will do that, and I'll just keep causing failed builds to happen, which is fine. As long as I know, well, okay, I say it's fine. Let's go ahead and actually do it while I am thinking about it. Ooh, thanks. Thanks, Rev, for the caffeinate. Woo. I wonder if it's possible to get some kind of sound alert with that, or maybe not sound alert, but like, I gotta look for a, what do I need to look for? I need to look for like a sound effect that I can play whenever that gets done, and like I do it and I can just be like, boom. Like the sound I make for the bits and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I don't really care that those are broken, to be honest, because they're gonna be broken. So I use bitrise in here to actually help me out a bit in the fact of getting it up to the App Store. So once I know it works on so every time I push, it builds and it gets, it builds and make sure it works, all that kind of stuff. I really need to learn how to test because this is where things will get even better. And then with every test, with every time I push, it builds. And then if I do a pull request, I can automatically send it to the App Store, which is pretty nifty. We need to. So primary was. So inside here, I do that. We set the build number, version number, and then we pushes to that. See, we did do that checkout and it pushes up there. So basically I need to add a workflow, 2021-2, and then I just make a new workflow. Oh, maybe like the notification tone for like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for, Rev. Maybe I'll find like the iPhone, like either like the ding for the message or like the other one that people use, the new default that's not the ding. I like the ding though for my messages, so we'll figure something out. Okay, so that's 2021-2. That way that can just be there. And then on our primary, so basically all I did was duplicate the primary to 2021-2. So we can see here, not that it matters that it's going to that remote branch, but that's fine. We're going to change this to 2021-3. Save. Now I can go into here, change my version number to 2021-3. The whole reason I actually do this is so that my build number gets automatically incremented. And it's a very, very silly reason to do it, but I do it. Workflow. If I do anything to master, it should be the 2021-2 workflow. And we're gonna actually change that workflow to checkout master or master. Triggers. So yeah, so on master, we do work that previous workflow. Now, whenever I push to the 2021-3 branch, which I believe I have, just need to double check. Yep, 2021-3, we are going to run the primary workflow. Great. When a pull request is done from source to target, we do the test flight app store, which we need to go and make sure is also right. Git clone. Pull. I just need to make sure it's actually going to pull the right repo or deploy. Goodness, I have to go back. There should be a way for me to auto do these, but I just need to make sure I'm doing it right. Get credentials. Okay, clone repo. Get branch to clone was the bit right. Bling bitrise get branch. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Oh, because that's the branch that actually triggered the workflow. The yeah, so whatever the pull request workflow is, we trigger that test flight. That's fine. And for some reason, I don't know why, but tags aren't sent, because I would really love for there to be just tags to do it, because then it's like every time it tags, but tags on GitHub just don't work. I might actually change this. Instead of primary, we just do the test flight. Anyway, okay, so that should work now. Let me trigger one and make sure it actually works. Start schedule trigger 2021-3. Trying to fix. And let's do primary. All right, that's gonna go. This has been pushed, right? There shouldn't be anything. Great. All right, now to get back to here, we need a game controller option. Wait, no, there aren't any changes though, right? Didn't I already pushed that up, I thought. Oh, did I not stage it? I did not. Okay, stage. Let's try this again. iHog 76, close issue. Broke into separate files. Now if I was to push, that would change things. Let's try it. Push it. Great, everything's been pushed. And in theory, after this is done, it should update GitHub automatically, and then I'll have something to pull down. Which is kind of nifty. Let's see what happens. Did it finish? If you got, I don't do this very often. I really should be better about doing this like periodically. But if you are slightly new or like you're really interested in what I'm doing, please hit that follow button. It helps everyone involved. Why did we fail again? Where did it fail? Where it failed? Failed to get cache. Build cache was not first cache. Initialize the cache. Nothing to worry about. Okay. Pushes build number did not fail to push. Updates were rejected because of work that you do not have locally. Oh. Okay. Well, let's see. It should be trying again. All right, so this is going again. And we will see what happens there. All right, so let's let that go. It's because I pushed up at the point that it was trying to pull and all that kind of jazz. So I actually broke that. That's great. No wonder my Discord is going crazy. Cool. All right, let's keep going. So I need a new file. I need to adjust my, where'd it go? This is done. We are working on game controller support now. New file. SwiftUI. Game controller settings. Put it in there. Boom. And inside device, we will do game controller settings. Great. So the first thing I need to do is actually add in a, it said I needed to start wireless controller discovery. Yes. An array of current objects for all currently connected controllers. Whenever a controller is connected or disconnected from the device, is updated and a notification is posted. Okay. So here you should include a user interface in the game to allow, and this method is called, if this method is called multiple times, only the block associated with the last invocation is called. Okay, so we're gonna say, so this would probably be like a good reason to have a button. First we'll do section, header, text, game controller options. Then here we'll do an H stack, text, connect a look for game controller, I guess would be a good way to start. I don't know why I'm looking there. That doesn't make sense. Connect game controller. And then we'll do a button. And we'll do a... I guess I need to import the game controller class, GC controller. Is that right? Yeah. Do I actually need to? Yeah, I think I did. So we'll do actually. Oh, I probably should do. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so we have that game controller. At state private var is connected. Equals false first. At state private var. Okay, so we have a controllers, which can be anything, and then a empty array. I don't know if this is the right way to go. We're just trying something new. So then, oh look, it was successful. Sweet. That's exactly what I was looking for. All right, so, because that returns a game controller array. See, like, I guess, like, I need to understand more of how these controllers work, because I don't. Of how these, like, notifications that are populated work, because, like, I really don't. And I probably need to finish this 100 Days of SwiftUI and just keep going through that process again. Time is it? 7:40. Okay. Still got some time here. And this method is called multiple times on. Okay, that's fine. Let's just print. Is there something to print? There's a lot of stuff in here. I'm just looking at what all is in here because I don't know. What does it do? A controller did connect notification is posted. Okay. I think I did something like this inside. Did start. let's just see. Oh, okay. It's fine. I know. Revenue cat, I know. You're having issues. Let's toggle. Great. Also, why is the whole button clickable? That's probably just how it works. Okay. Well, that's cool. It's definitely not what I wanted. Let's add in a print did connect, or print will connect. Someone is going crazy in a Discord I'm in because I just keep hearing the juju's. Okay, so will connect. It should be looking for game controllers now. I guess I should have also brought a game controller in here because I did not do that. Which is fine. Just something else I need to do. Okay, so I think what I need to do next time. I don't even have any of these anymore. Like, it does not matter. Okay, so I had a notification name and then this IAP helper purchase notification. And when that came through, there was something else that I did with it. Okay, so notification.center.default.post. So I posted that in-app purchase helper for there. And then at some point, I did something. Where'd it go? AP views. And of course I changed it all because I didn't need it anymore. So I'm gonna look up. I need to write down my craft. I know y'all only watch because I make random noises. It's okay. iHog stream notes. To do before next stream. Look up how to use Notification Center to receive notifications. Make sure to have a game controller that is charged. That's probably going to be a big one. And then, I think those are really my main two here that I need to do. Style, I really want them as to-dos. Great. Awesome. So I'm going to try to do these two things before the next stream. The look up how to use Notification Center to receive widgets, and to receive actual like notifications posted, stuff like that. Make sure I have a game controller because I think that's hindering me a little bit on that. And then also, so that's what I'm going to do hopefully before tomorrow. If not, I'll for sure have a game controller and we'll just keep poking around. Again, if you're interested in watching this tomorrow and keeping up with how this is going, make sure to hit the follow button here. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button, that good stuff, because I'm about to post this on the replay later today. And on top of that, make sure to tune in tomorrow, Friday at 6:45 a.m. We're going to, on my YouTube channel specifically, we are going, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a place where that's not covering my face. I am going to discuss the first 3 chapters of Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. Cleon. Ugh, talking is hard. I love talking. It's great. I'm going to talk about the first 3 chapters there. So please come and join and please come and join. No, I can't. That's the YouTube video. I'll post it on my social medias, all that good stuff. If you're on the Discord, the link's already in there. Please come and join on Friday. We're going to cover the first 3 chapters, explain kind of how it works. I'm going to cover the first 3 chapters, discuss why I think it's making me a better developer. And it's also going to be like why this is actually working as well. Like why I'm doing this like in front of people rather than just developing my app and then pushing it out and calling it done. So again, that's going to be Friday at 6:45 a.m. Central Time. So Chicago time, Austin time, those kind of times is 6:45 that time. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.